Fall Guys Creative is coming next season, so let's get straight to the point and go through all the Season 4 and creative stuff that just got leaked. Let's start with some leaked new maps. First, a Spongebob Collab Map is coming soon. We don't have the actual name yet, but it's codenamed Turkey, and you can see some strings showing how the level will work. Prepare any burger on the list, carry food, and coins earned. So it looks like the point of the map is to, well, prepare burgers that are on a set list. You can carry food around, and the goal is to earn coins, possibly like a hunt round where you need to earn a certain number of coins to qualify. I'm just going to read out this other tweet that has a little more info. Prepare burgers listed on the screens to earn points. I'm assuming the points are the coins. Spawn an ingredient, fair enough. Leave on the appliance and hit the button, okay. Leave the processed ingredient in the delivering box, this is all very interesting. And last one, hit the button when all ingredients match any burger. This will be the second ever Fall Guys collab map, the first one being Bean Hill Zone with Sonic in August 2022. Let's hope they don't mess this one up as badly, cause the Sonic event show having a Bean Hill Zone final where first 50 rings wins was definitely horribly received. Oh, and there was a bug where rings didn't even always spawn, so the round wasn't in solos and squads until 4 months later. Well, let's just hope they've learned their lesson from that and now move on to the other map that got leaked. There's also plenty of creative test maps or whatever, but we'll get to that soon. Outrun the Firewall is the codename for this one, so this might give us a little hint to Season 4's theme. Firewall could mean a literal wall of fire, or more likely it could be like a computer firewall, so some sort of digital theme probably. Let me know in the comments what theme you think or hope this will be. Anyway, you'll have to outrun the firewall and cross the finish line, which sounds similar to outrunning the slime in Slime Climb or Slime Scraper. Speaking of Slime Scraper, that better get unbolted next season. But anyway, the last string is outrun the firewall that's chasing you and make it to the finish line to qualify. Doesn't tell you much more, but still. Also just want to give quick credit to FG Leaks and Info on Twitter for posting all these leaks. Completely stole all this from them, so thank you. Most of you are probably here for the creative leaks, so let's get to that now, but there's still some more Season 4 stuff I'll talk about after. So as I said in the intro, Fall Guys Creative, according to this tweet, seems to be coming in Season 4. It might not be at launch necessarily, it could be an update partway through the season, but I think launch would make the most sense, which is currently planned to be April, so we need a little patience there. There's a little intro to Creative that will be displayed in the game. Welcome to Fall Guys Creative, where you run the show. Now you can design your own Fall Guys levels, set the rules, and share your creations with the world. Open up the objects panel to add floors, ramps, obstacles and more, then customize them to create your masterpiece. Each object you place also has a cost, which is added to your build budget. Want to quickly try something out? Hit play at any time to jump straight into the action wherever the cursor is pointing. When you're done creating, check your to-do list to make sure you've added all the essentials, then hit test and share in the menu. You must be able to successfully finish your level before it can be shared. And just going to interrupt this to explain this. To publish your level, you'll need to have placed at least one obstacle plus the start and finish lines for your map, if applicable in the game mode you selected. And the final thing, now you're ready to get started. To see this guide again, select help from the menu. So this is probably just a quick tutorial that shows up when you enter creative mode for the first time, or when you press the help button. Also unrelated, but please leave a like for all this info to boost my self-esteem. Oh hey woo, look at all those images. There are a ton of different round pictures for Fall Guys creative maps that have been created already, of course by people testing the game within Mediatonic. Just with this first level you can see there's quite a lot of freedom you have. I believe those are like the half pipe things with holes in them from Night Fever. They're painted yellow, but yeah, there's just so many unique ideas you can implement in here. This fourth one you can see is kind of a Legacy Season 1 themed version of Big Fans. Obviously a few differences, but it tells us we can recreate vaulted levels in here if we want to. If Mediatonic won't give them to us, we've got to give them to ourselves, I guess. This seventh one really shows what you can do whatever you want though, like just place a bunch of bounces on there until the finish line if you want, because why the hell not? One more thing I'd like to highlight, this one in the bottom left has inverted colours making it look all spooky. I honestly don't know if that's a feature or they just edited the image. Feel free to pause here if you want to take a closer look at the rest of the maps, but we've got to move on, there's a lot to cover in just one video. 6 more screenshots that are in a separate image, fair enough. Top left gives me Fruit Shoot flashbacks and I hate it, but something you may have noticed, these weird icons in the images. If we look at some of these tooltips, we can look at parameters. Looking for a way to make your level stand out, most objects can be customized through the settings panel. Depending on the object, you may be able to change things like its color, how fast it moves, how hard it hits, and more. Try playing with the settings for each object in your level to see what effects are possible. So yeah, those icons could be related to that, and also this triggers triggers section. Some objects can be turned on and off by triggers. Highlight either the object or a trigger and press the link button to create a connection. Try changing the settings of the object or trigger to customize how it behaves. This will definitely sound familiar if you've ever made a map inside of Fortnite's creative mode, but basically it just lets you have a lot more control over what the objects and obstacles in your map will do and under what conditions they'll be activated. I know this has been a lot of info, but there's still even more creative stuff we've yet to cover. Right, what next? How about themes, I guess? There's 6 possible level themes in creative, it seems. Original, which is Legacy Season 1, Medieval, which is Legacy Season 2, Winter, which is like okay, you get the point. Future, Jungle, and Party. So I guess we might not get Stadium, Space, and Water themes from these last 3 seasons. Just remember though, leaks are subject to change, or a future update can add more features to creative, of course. There's some testing maps that select content creators apparently already have access to or will at some point before launch. Catasaur, Mount Bonk, which is an awesome name, just climb it and reach the finish line. Rainbow Road, totally a Mario collab, guys, no way. Truth or Dare seems like a really interesting one. Are you going the risky way or do you want to reveal the truth about you? Don't know how that one works, but hopefully we all get to see it at some point. Speed Demon, so I guess you gotta go fast. I mean, you gotta go speedy. The Kaizo challenge literally just says, do not try this at home, so I really want to try this one at home. Kaizo levels in Mario are basically just absurdly difficult ones that can take hours to complete sometimes. Will be amazing to see some difficult stuff like that in Fall Guys. Finally, multiple choice, just pick a route and stay on it, and also spin at the top. Maybe Mediatonic will give me access to these if enough of you subscribe. Funny Graph says 88% of people don't. Epic and Mediatonic, please. Okay, how about some stuff about publishing levels? We already went over the requirements. You have to beat your own level and have it playable to publish, but after publishing, it seems like maps will be under moderation and held for review until Mediatonic or Epic or some automated system perhaps approves it. And just like Fortnite, when you publish a level, you'll get a 12-digit random code in this format, so you share that and other people can input it to find your map. Also, when you make a map, they'll be saved onto your device locally rather than being uploaded to the Fall Guys servers until you publish them. Maybe a good thing, I don't really know, it probably doesn't make much of a difference, but it should hopefully mean you don't have any internet lag in creative. Alright, what types of maps can you make? We already went over themes being Legacy Season 1 to 6, but there's 2 other factors. First, actual type of level. There's Gauntlet, players race through a gauntlet, avoiding obstacles on their way to the finish line, so just a standard race map. It seems you don't actually need an object in these, just a start and finish line. Same for the Rising Slime mode, except of course, well, the name explains itself. Players race to escape the Rising Slime, and any player caught in the slime is eliminated. But then 2 more interesting options. Crown Grab, players race to grab the crown before their opponents. Just think full mountain type levels here. Pretty sure this is a finals map only. And the final type, survival rounds. You get eliminated if you fall into the slime, you just need a start line and an obstacle here, of course no finish line is needed. And something interesting, you can pick music for your level. Here's the full list, but basically it's just the Legacy Season 1 to 6 soundtracks minus all the menu Everybody Falls songs and the reward screen music called Didn't Fall. I don't know why free-for-all seasons seem to be excluded from here, but I really hope that changes at some point, hopefully before launching Creative 2. Even more got leaked while editing. Pause on anything you're interested in because I really don't want this video to be any longer. Those were some error messages, here's the rest of the errors, and now 4 different screenshots of level names that the level design team at Mediatonic or Epic has created. Again, pause or rewind on anything you care about, and now back to the rest of the stuff. We're almost done with the creative info for this video, but just 2 more things to cover and then we'll go ahead and finish the Season 4 leaks. A few minutes ago we looked at the parameters and triggers from this list as they seemed related to those weird icons on some of the level images, but actually there's also a few more object descriptions on here. I'll shorten the descriptions for you, but you can pause to read the full things if you wish. Checkpoints will let a player respawn there rather than the starting point of your level if they fall off. You should add them to difficult parts of your level, or if you want to create a point of no return where players can't go back after crossing. They can also be customized by width and depth, which is awesome. Floors can be resized to be larger or thicker. There's several types including stuff like conveyor conveyors. Motion, you can change the path that obstacles such as bumpers, platforms and fans will move across. Ramps, everybody loves a good ramp. Mediatonic said that, not me. They're drawn the same as floors, and you can also adjust steepness, which really is an amazing thing. And best of all, walls! Edges and barriers also count here. You can only place these on floors, they sadly can't go in midair. Gravity is canon in Fall Guys. I don't need to explain anything further, do I really? Alright, the other thing, all 124 creative props. This video is getting long enough, so I'm not going to list all of them, but feel free to go back and pause on each of these 4 screenshots if you're interested. Alright, it's time for the rest of the Season 4 info. Thanks so much for sticking around through all that. Creative seems very, very exciting. But speaking of exciting, something I'm not excited for, but you might be, licensed audio emotes. In other words, TikTok dancers. I guess we're going to be hitting the gritty in Fall Guys, and wow, I hate myself for saying that. But much like Fortnite, I'm sure you'll be able to toggle the music from these on and off, so if you dislike it or are streaming/recording, you can be safe. This setting may also sync up with the streamer mode setting. We really don't seem to have much info on this. The string below doesn't seem to have much to do with it, but something that could also be linked to the streamer mode option, party invite toasters. Much like Fortnite, they'll appear in your lobby showing you which friends are online or inviting you, and you can invite players by clicking on these icons. I don't want to show random names on live streams or anything, so hopefully these can be toggled, but just as long as it's a nice UI than the current party menu just being a generic Epic Games thing, that won't be too bad. Some random thing that's probably for internal testing purposes, but I think it's still worth mentioning just in case. 6 new shows: Blastlantis only, Hoop Shoot only, Kraken Slam only, Puzzle Path only, Speed Slider only, and Full Tilt only. These probably won't make it into the game, but again, just thought I'd showcase that, and also since FG Leaks and Info posted it on Twitter and they posted everything else. Reminder that Season 4 is set to begin on April 2023, though that's subject to delays of course. It'll probably last 10 to 12 weeks, but since Season 3 is nearly double that, who knows at this point. Well, click here to learn about the vaulted map situation or here for other content. Leave thoughts on these leaks in the comments. Hope this video helped you learn stuff or whatever. Bye.